Hi and welcome to Rideshare Buddy UK. My name's Kevin and I hope you all had a great Christmas. I did mean to do this video before Christmas, but to be honest with you, I had better things to do, so I didn't. So I did just check on the app. I didn't work Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, Boxing Day. Today's the 28th, 27th. It's a Friday anyway, after Boxing Day. I think it's the 27th. So I'm going to talk today about the new requirement for Uber now to start reporting drivers to HMRC. Now, from January, all drivers who came on the platform this year will be reported to the HMRC, and all drivers who joined the platform before this year, so 2023 and before, will be reported to HMRC on January 2026. So not this January coming, but the following January will be when they get reported to the HMRC. And this is going to have quite far-reaching repercussions. It could be quite good for the industry. I think it'd be quite good for the industry. And I'll explain why now. And as I chop and change a bit today on the video, it's because I've got jobs to do. I am out on Uber. It's 3 minutes to 2 o'clock on the afternoon. I've just come out of the car wash at the BP, and I'm not sure what I'll work until, possibly until 8 o'clock, so my usual 2 till 8 6-hour shift, but that could always change. Now, I'm hoping you all had a good Christmas if you did work over Christmas. I did switch the app on a couple of times. It didn't look very good at all with the fares. It was in the grey mist quite a lot, and a smaller surge on occasions, but I don't know, it wasn't on all the time. It could have really surged in between time. But it didn't look good Christmas Eve. Certainly didn't look good until quite late on Christmas Day. And it looked like a sort of an about average day yesterday, Boxing Day, so I'm not too sure how well you did. I hope it went well for you. If you work out over Christmas, you really want to be earning some good money. But it didn't look good. Well, that was a busy little session. Not great pay coming out today. I think I'll do a video soon on saying what's my plan for 2025. Is Uber still worth doing in 2025 as a part-time gig work for the semi-retired? I don't think it is, but more on the next video, or the video about that. But back to today. We all know that taxi work has always been a black market activity. High instances of benefit claimants and stuff like that. It was that way in the 80s when I first started. It's that way today. Cash heavy, or used to be cash heavy. No records, no ability to track earnings. Very easy to sign on and work a full-time taxi driver, private hire driver job. Very easy to claim housing benefit and do full-time work in the taxis or private hire. This new legislation or requirements to report could help change all that. And what that means is people or drivers won't be able to run for stupid money and have it subsidised by the taxpayer through benefit fraud and through housing benefit fraud and through free school meals and all sorts of benefits, because that will change once the reports start going in to HMRC, and that should hopefully mean drivers will have to buck up their ideas and not chase around peanuts because they've got no bit of honey coming on top from the state. So let's have a quick look at this HMRC reporting and how it can sort of filter down to a whole lot of different benefits, and not just about tax payments. So Uber will report to HMRC details just such as the driver's name, address, national insurance number, number of jobs completed, and also the value of that work. And that will be reported every year to Uber. Possibly every year. It could be real time. HMRC is now moving very much into real time reporting. So it may be weekly, maybe daily, it may just go after every job, who knows. Probably more often than once a year, the taxman will get all of the earnings and the job details on what you've done. Now, once HMRC has got details, HMRC and the DWP computers are interlinked, and they say it's real-time updates. Not really real-time updates. It's 4 times a day. All the updates on the HMRC computer are passed over to the DWP, and the DWP computer passes out all their new details at HMRC. That's 4 times a day. So if you claim a universal credit or other sort of top-up benefits, HMRC will inform how much you are actually earning from Uber and will be declared. So if you work in Uber, Bolt and Vezu, the 3 in Newport, then the taxman will have details from all 3 platforms. And they'll send that on to the DWP or the Universal Credit computers and updates, so they can keep track of what you're earning. And the DWP computers are interlinked with local authority computers. Now, the local authority looks after benefits such as housing benefits. I know, Universal Credit now combines it, but it's still administered by a local authority, so housing benefit is local benefit. Universal Credit aspect of it is also includes council tax benefit. And when you get those, you can also get things like cold winter fuel benefits and free school meal benefits for low pay and all sorts of other different aspects of benefits from local authority. So that reported to HMRC will filter down to the local authority. It includes things like universal credit, free school meals, and other sort of discounts that you get on no pay. So it's not just a case of the taxman finding out that you pay taxes. Now, the other people who may be interested in getting details, because all of the computers in the government are linked together and updates and things like that, is the Home Office. Now, if you're a student and you're in the UK and you're studying full time, you are permitted to work up to 20 hours a week at most. Now, what you can't do is be self-employed or carry out business, but you can be employed. So there should not be any students on student visas working for Uber, Uber Eats, DoorDash, or any of the other self-employed gig work economy type jobs. I don't think there will be on Uber, because Uber does require quite a lot of evidence to show that you can work in the UK. But if there are any, then they will be found out through this HMRC reporting. It'll all go back to Home Office and everything else will be all checked out. So that might see a few people disappear off the Uber platform and other rideshare platforms. Now, if there are people, almost certainly there are, who are falsely claiming benefits or claiming too many benefits and they end up being caught and have to go to court, that is undertaken through the Fraud Act. And if you look at your local council's CRB stroke fit for purpose or fit person sort of conditions. I know in Newport, if you're done for fraud, and that would include benefit fraud, then you are not permitted to reapply for a licence for at least 5 years. I think it's 5 years. It's either 5 or 7 years. So a lot of drivers, if they get caught, could end up losing the licence and not being able to reapply for another licence for at least 5 or 7 years, depending on the local authority. I think some has 10 years. So it's a major thing that could happen if a few people start getting caught, getting prosecuted for benefit fraud. Now, I don't know how many. I would say at least 10% of drivers in Uber and other platforms will probably do some sort of scam or some sort of fraud and claiming benefits they're not entitled to. It's always been that way ever since the 1980s, long before Uber came on the scene. Taxi driving, private eye driving, cash, you could lose cash. So it was an easy way to commit fraud and get benefits that you're not entitled to. So that's also on the cards now. People who are caught could end up not being able to drive for at least 5 or 7 years. Now, the next thing that's on the way, probably next year when it comes, is the Tory party had plans to require banks to inform the DWP of various red flags that was happening on benefit claimants' bank accounts. So there's money going in, money going out, and things like that. That has not gone away. Even though we've got a change of government, much of that proposed legislation is coming back in the form of the Benefits Fraud and Errors Bill, which is about to go through Parliament. Now, with that, obviously Uber pays cash into a bank account. The DWP will ask the bank, if you're also claiming benefit, to monitor your bank account, and any red flags pop up will be reported to the DWP. Now, things like that will include keeping your account at just below £6,000, which is the maximum limit before you start losing benefit. So if you're keeping your account around the £5,500 balance, and you keep taking money out to keep it below that £6,000, that is a red flag which will be reported to the DWP. Another red flag will be if money's been transferred overseas a lot. So if you're keeping a rolling over of money coming into your account, but it's going out overseas to keep your balance fairly low, that's a red flag which will be reported to the DWP for further investigation. And there's lots of little red flags like that which will be required for banks to inform DWP if that person is receiving any form of benefit. So it's all coming down now, it's all closing up. The ability to be able to go out, run around for 50, 60, 70 pence a mile, or £1 a mile if you're lucky, and then subsidise it by claiming benefit, is coming to an end. You're going to have to start earning money, proper money. And on benefits, if you choose to go self-employed and become a taxi driver, you have 12 months at which you can earn less than the national minimum wage, and you can top it up with your pension, with your benefits through Universal Credit. Now that's there to help you build up your trade, to help you start moving into profit. But after 12 months, that minimum income guarantee is that you should be making a profit of at least national minimum wage. And if you don't make national minimum wage, you don't get a top-up after 12 months. You're required to work and increase your earnings. Also, if you're saying you're only working 12 hours a week, you'll be expected to work additional hours to bring in more money. So it's not a case of, you maybe only earning £8 or £9 an hour, so you tell DHSS all the benefits that you're only working 16 hours a week for that money to bring you up over 8 hours, the national minimum wage. What the DWP will say is, well, you're only working 16 hours a week, you've got to work 25 hours a week or 30 hours a week. And so that's what, 340 pound minimum you should be bringing in as a taxi driver full time. If you're doing less than that, you don't get any top ups. You're expected to earn your national minimum wage in the job. So next April is, I believe, is it going up to £12.20? So if the HSS expects you to do at least 35 hours a week, that's about 400. Let's have a quick look. Let's work that out. So you have to work at least 36 hours a week because they expect you to do it full time. Time is 12.2. £439. So £440 a week after expenses is what you've got to be making on a 36-hour week. And that means you won't be able to get any benefits, basically. Yeah, I think it's going to kick a lot of people out. I think a lot of people, to start losing the ability to top up their income with benefits, are going to start deciding that maybe this is not the job for them. It'll reduce the numbers. That hopefully will help boost earnings of drivers. Well, who knows? But yeah, I think this reporting, when it starts, is going to have quite major implications for people. Especially when we go to April and national minimum wage goes up to £12.20 an hour. Yeah. It's going to be interesting what happens next year. See, that's my thoughts. I think a lot of people are going to be hit really hard. I think a lot of people will actually pull out of doing private hire and Uber and Bolt and others. Well, I'd like to know your thoughts. What do you think? This reporting, is it going to help drivers who are serious about driving earn more money because those running around for peanuts won't have that extra top up, and they'll either have to start getting serious or get out the trade? I think a few will leave the trade. I think a few will be caught benefit cheating and will be kicked out of the trade by losing the driver's licence. And they won't be able to get back in for at least 5 or 10 years, depending on the local authority. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed that. This is me signing off, and I'll try and get another video out fairly soon. It's not a ride-along video today. It's just a discussion on this situation of being sent over to information being sent over to the HMRC. I think it's got that big implications. That's it. Thanks for watching. Safe driving, and we've got the new year to look forward to, and hopefully a good new year. Probably not with Uber though. Right, it's not a ride, follow me ride type of video this, but I've given up. It's 6:30. Well, 20 to 7. But I gave up at 6:30. 4.5 hours, £65. The jobs that were coming out were, I was not going to work them. Not with the rates, I just wasn't going to do it. And maybe I've lost £20 by saying no. But even so, it's just not worth doing. So, I'm parked up at BP. It's 4 degrees C, and I'm averaging 56 kilowatt charge on a 150 kilowatt charger. 41 minutes. So, it's going to be about 7:30 by the time I finish charging. So 5.5 hours for £65. What I'm going to do, I can't carry on like this. I can't do the sort of rates that Uber are offering. So tomorrow I'll probably go fishing and not probably coming out at all. And then I'm going to have to seriously think about, do I go and work for one of the local companies? Do I knock Uber on the head and just work for locals because they pay more? Yeah, I think Uber is killing itself by not paying the rates. I picked up the one passenger, and she goes, "Oh, it must have been really busy today. I've not been able to get a taxi." I went, "Well, no, it's not busy. It's just that drivers aren't working for the money that Uber are offering them, so they're not taking the jobs." That's what it is. It's not that we're busy. It's just that the drivers aren't taking the jobs because they're not paying enough. But that's it. Thanks for watching. Until next time, take care. God bless. And I hope you have a really profitable New Year. I might come out for a couple of hours on New Year's Eve and do a ride-along video for New Year's Eve. That may be a possibility. But that's it. I have now got to go and think about whether I go and work for a local company and knock Uber on the head. Because at the moment, I've not got enough work coming in on Taxi Caller. Got work coming in now on OTS. And I suppose I should really start pushing my own airport work as well. Oh, gosh. It's hard work being a part-time taxi driver.